Hey guys, I just got in a set of Weber carburetors this morning. These are very rare off of an old Cobra, and they need to be vapor blasted quickly here. This is kind of a rush job. I need to vapor blast them and then get them overnighted back down to Florida. Now these are 58 DSF carburetors, and they're very rare. In fact, I guess they're not replaceable, so these things are worth a lot of money, and I'm guarding them pretty much with my life at this point. Anyway, the car that they're going to go on is an older Cobra, and they're building an engine for that Cobra. And from what I understand, the engine is finished now and on the stand, and they're just waiting for these carburetors to come back and get tuned and then be sent over to the dyno lab to have the engine tested with them on it. Now, what I need to do with these here first is I have to go over and mask these nameplates on there, because the nameplates is really what gives the value to these older carburetors. I need to get these turned around quickly, but I wanted to show you this last job that come in. And I have a bunch of other parts here. There's a bunch of brass parts. Brass turns out beautiful, by the way, in the vapor blaster. So the throttle plates, banjo fittings, some choke tubes, auxiliary, I don't know what they're called, auxiliary venturis, I think they call them. But anyway, I'm going to send, once I finish these, I'm going to send these back down to Florida to the tuner. And if you're not familiar with the guy, I'm talking about Jim Inglis. He is the top Weber tuner in the United States, and people who have very high-end sports cars that run Weber carburetors, they send their carburetors to him. He's been doing this since the 70s, and he was the guy who originally perfected the Weber carburetors. I mean, they were always a high-performance carb, but apparently they had an annoying dead spot in them in a certain RPM range, and then Jim, you know, he got them to where they were smooth throughout the entire RPM band. So anyway, he's got a very good reputation, and people send their stuff to him. Now I'm just using standard electrical tape here, but it's good quality electrical tape. It is Scotch Super 33 Plus, which is pretty much all I use for masking, because I don't trust the other ones to not blow off in the vapor blaster. But this will handle dry blasting and wet blasting as well. This is very, very good stuff. It's what the electricians use. It's kind of a standard, I guess, with them. Of course, you need a very sharp X-Acto blade to do this. If it's dull, it'll just pull the tape instead of cutting it, which I guess is common sense. That's good. You got to make sure around those rivets too you have it really good, because if that blows off, then you end up with the abrasive hitting the corner of those tags. So anyway, that's that. Now I got 2 more to go. Okay, I have the deoxidizing stage finished. You see here I have them all nice light gray colored with some fingerprints on it, but pretty much that's all done. I got the bores all cleaned out. I took some steel wool and some solvent and I cleaned all the carbon out of the bores, so those are all decarboned, ready for the choke tubes. And the next thing I'm going to do is put them in the vapor blaster. Now to do that, I'm just going to put these are pool noodles, in case you didn't know. It's polyethylene foam, and that will protect the inside from a direct shot of, well, not abrasive, but glass beads in the vapor blaster. It's low pressure anyway, but I try to protect the interior. Once I do that, I'll rinse them off and they will be done. Oh, and I have my brass parts here too that I have to do. Throttle plates and the banjo fittings here. Brass turns out really bright gold, by the way. So I always like vapor blasting brass. Okay, here's the aftermath of the vapor blasting process. You can see everything turned out quite nice. Typical vapor blasted finish. Big difference from when I first started, huh? Yep, I'm sure these will look really nice on that car. See, I protected the nameplates on there. Everything looks good. Everything come out real nice. Happy with it. So brass too, I love the way brass turns out. Just has a beautiful finish on it, so I'm sure they'll really like that.